Banks FX. Lord Banks FX welcomes you to this live stream of live Forex trading. A whole 3 hours of news.
We begin with that wild ride on Wall Street.
You're seeing new record highs on the S&P and NASDAQ.
Interviews.
Some will make money, some will lose money, but that's just the way the markets always work.
Analysis and live trades. So sit back, lock in, and load up your trading terminals. And let's get this rocket to blast off. Introducing your host, Lord Banks FX. Prepare for launch in 3, 2, 1.
Yo, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Lord Banks FX. I'm your host, Lord Banks. I live trade Forex Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Central. Welcome back, everybody. Let's get another W. Welcome back, welcome back. Keeping up with y'all. Hey, what's good? What's good? Let's get this money. All right, yesterday we took a nice little W here. Closed 80%, left a runner, went up a bit, came back, broke even. Remember, we closed 80% here and adjusted our stop loss to break even. And this thing here came up a little bit more, and then ended up breaking even. Came down, tested the support, retested it, pushed up. What happened with that? That was on gold. We had GJ yesterday, broke out of here, came down, tested this level before it came up. All right, so you know how we do, clean charts. Let's start top down analysis, baby. All right, we started the weekly chart. What do we see? We got 2 days left. We're currently looking a little bearish doji, price exhaustion. This could be this move, right? Because we see this right here. Could be a bullish flag or a bearish flag, sorry. See this bearish flag pushing down, pull up before it goes back down. That's what we could be seeing here, right? But some of the things we have to think about, the overall trend as well, right? Because we have overall to the upside. We have heavy support here that got rejected. We have this market structure right here that it looks like we still have an opportunity to come test, right? So two things are going to happen. Either it's going to come up here, test this, and then fall, or it's going to break, retest it, and then continue. Those are our two scenarios. This is on the weekly though, so it's high time frame. But what we can see for right now is that it looks like it's probably consolidating because there's indecision right here. Like price tried to go up, price tried to come down, and it's just stuck right here. Got 2 days left. Let's look at the daily. What do we see? We see some of that consolidation I was talking about. So you see these candles right here, consolidation. Okay. Current uptrend. This resistance holding. Resisted it, pushed it down, resisted it, pushed it down, resisted it. So could be pushing it down. Now if we push down, this would be an important level to pay attention to. Because if we break from here, then we'll come and test this level right here. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So daily, let's read the candles. It's currently bearish. We got 10 hours left. Yesterday we closed bullish. Okay, yesterday this bullish was engulfing this bearish. So let's look at the actual candles here. This candle here didn't go lower than the previous candle. So this could be a sign that we're pushing up. But usually when we push up, we have to come and retest some kind of level of support. So let's look at the 4 hour. All right. What I want to do here is go ahead and mark these levels here. Mark these levels. Okay. And this is just to mark a range for ourselves on the 4 hour. And what I do is I come down on the 1 hour to refine it, you know, so you make sure what I want to get is the tops of the bodies and covering the wicks, you know. So really this could come up a bit right here. Because you see how this matches over here, this area. And keep in mind, like it doesn't have to be like completely perfect. What we want to look for is price reaction. Price reacted here, price reacted here, price reacted here. You know, so an expectation could be price reacting here. All right. Now let's look down here on the 1 hour. Yeah, we have this like giant wick, and I just like to include the wick there to keep that in mind that price moved that way there. All right. So now that I have an area, now I have this area here that I know we could potentially work with as far as range making trades, right? So we have, that's, I mean, 455 pips here. So it's a big trading range. What I want to do here is come down on the 30-minute to identify some kind of levels of ranges. So here, right away, what I'm looking at is down here. And you know what? I'll probably move this right here. Probably lower. So we got 5 minutes left on this 30-minute candle, and if it creates support here, then I would like this to be here, right? But because it's not closed yet, I'm gonna put it right here, just breaking the low again. Okay, because breaking that low right there, I'm looking at this movement here. Okay, this range. And that's only 9 pips. That's really not worth it for me, to be honest. So then maybe I need to look at a different area, right? Where do I have clean traffic? Down here. Breaking down here. To here. Now that's a 26 pip range. That's a little better. See that? This is a little bit better for me because I got this clean range right here. All right, where our target could be right here. Boom. Next target. Target. Now keep in mind, like, these are our targets, right? And it would be phenomenal if it just melted down here about 60 pips. But I'm just looking to get 15-20 pips, okay? 15-20 pips, and I'm good. I'm Gucci. 15-20 pips will feed you, trust me. Okay, So now that we identified the potential to the bottom here, I'm going to go ahead and set an alert here. And I want it crossing down, and I want it on the bar close. Okay. So now when a bar comes down here, crosses, it closes below, it's going to alert me, and that's going to be my entry. I'm going to enter my stops above the previous wick, and then take my 10, 15 pips or 15, 20 pips down. Okay. Now let's look to the top, right? Because remember, our jobs as traders is not to predict price. Our jobs as traders is to react to it. Okay. So I'm looking for clean traffic to the upside, right? And really it's looking like it's going to be right around here. Okay. Because breaking above this, breaking above this, breaking above this, we have this clean traffic right here. 20 pips. Boom. Right. And then breaking above this, we have this, the top level right here, where we will probably react or break through. Now, if we break through, I mean, we have a really, really nice range up here, right? Where I would probably look at this level, and then I'd look at this level. And I just mark these just to see them, like where my price is right now. But remember, like I said, I'm just looking to get 15, 20 pips here. Okay. Once I get 15, 20 pips, I'm closing 80% and leaving a runner, securing my bag, and whatever happens with the rest happens. You know, you can close 90%, you can close 50%, whatever you want to do. Like whatever your trading plan says to do that. I'm just letting you know what I do. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and set an alert here. And it's going to be crossing up, bar close, boom, on the 30-minute. So now we have our chart. And guys, remember, I marked this up so you guys can see it. I don't need to see it. Like I usually just mark up the yellow lines and put for the alerts, right? Because I can see it, but hopefully this helps you guys visualize what I see in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I hope that helps you guys understand a little bit more. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and copy the link to this chart, and I'm going to send it out in the chat for you guys to be able to look at and just review it. And remember, don't pay attention to the actual price over here on the right. You got to pay attention to where the line is based on the candlesticks. Because I say this because brokers vary in prices and spreads and whatnot. So pay attention to time frame, 30-minute, and where the lines are, not the price. Because you may try to go directly off this price, and you know your spread may be 2-3 pips or something, and you know, it may just be off a little bit. But anyways, there's GJ. That's a setup for GJ. Take a picture, write it down, screenshot it, look at the link, do what you do. We're gonna leave that there, and we're gonna go look at gold. Okay, so you know we do top-down analysis, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove everything here that was from yesterday. Let's look at the weekly. What do we see? We got 2 days left here on this candlestick, the weekly candlestick. Right away, I mean, we see that, you know, it came down here, tested this low, and completely rejected it. But it looks like maybe it's slowly kind of filling it a little bit. 2 days and 10 hours left on the week here. We are currently on an uptrend, right? So this could have been testing the bottom of this level of the trend, but we could also say, oh, we've been on a downtrend here, right? Or this could be like a nice little wedge here, and we do have this heavy support on the weekly right here, right, where it came down, tested it. So this could be our level where we start coming to test either this level up here of this trend or breaking through, right? That's what we see on the weekly. Last week we closed bearish engulfing, and last week's price move was basically engulfing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Last week's candle, do you see that? That's volume for you guys. Like, you have to understand that. Like, last week's candle basically overtook the previous 6 weeks. 6 weeks, guys. One candle. 6 weeks. Okay, so usually when there's huge moves like this, the market doesn't, like, it moves like this, right? But then it moves like a retrace, right? See, push down, retrace, push down. There could be a retrace coming. That's on the weekly. Let's look at the daily. What do we see on the daily? So here's a really good sign for us. So we had pushed down, and yesterday's candle closed a doji. Basically, price exhaustion, potential reversal sign. Okay, so when we have something like this, we have to understand that what's happening here in the market is the price came down, the price went up, and then the price kind of stayed where it opened at. So there's indecision. The market doesn't know. The market can't go up or down. Like, no one's winning here. The buyers aren't winning. The sellers aren't winning. They're pushing back and forth. Okay. Now we have this huge push up right here that's engulfing this. We have about 10 hours left on this. If we close bullish on this, there's a really high probability that now it could be our reversal, and now we could be looking to retrace or come to test the higher level. I would just focus first on a small retrace, you know, maybe testing these levels to see if it breaks, and then continue up until it's testing, you know, higher levels, right? But this is on the daily time frame, so this would be like a swing setup, right? So we keep this in mind that we potentially are either retracing or coming to test the highs, okay, on the 4 hour or on the daily. Let's look at the 4 hours so we can start to establish some support and some resistance zones here. Right away, I'm looking at this zone right here, this zone down here. And I'm not going to include this giant wave because this was some news. This was some news reaction, and the market just spiked down, and I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on right here where it's been establishing its support, where after the spike it came down, support, boom. Okay, now keep in mind the current trend is bearish, but we could be at a price reversal, but I don't want to go against where I see the momentum going right now. Okay, so this is my areas here. I'm going to go down to the 1 hour to refine my zones here. And you know what? On the 1 hour, now that I see this on the 1 hour, it's no longer a spike for me. Now I see this as my zone. See that? So this is why I come down on the 1 hour, because you get to see a better picture like that. All right, the top is still good. Boom, refined. Now what I want to do is come down to my 30-minute, and I want to identify a nice range, a nice area where we could break and have clean traffic. So here to the upside, right away I'm seeing, you know, well, but that candle hasn't really closed, but I am seeing it right here, you know. We have this range right here, first level, boom, 28 pips. Second, 47. Third, 71. 89. Potentially 115. I'll take it. And this is the levels I'm looking at right here. Boom, target. 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 And target. Boom. See that? That would be crossing up. Okay. Now, if we come down to the downside here, really the level of support is going to be down here because I don't have no other, like right here there's some support, but this range is whack. There's the support here, this range is whack. So the first level of support where I have a nice range after I break is right here. Boom, 36. All right, we break that, we come down here to 79, we break that, and then we have like breaking this, we have huge range. So let's mark up the targets here. Huge targets. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and set alerts. Okay, I want it crossing up and I want a bar close. Boom. I'm going to set an alert here. I want it crossing down, close. Boom. Okay, there's your setup for gold. Take a picture, write it down, screenshot it, do what you do. I'm gonna go ahead and copy the link, send it out, boom. There you go, guys. And we're set up for our morning session, New York session, gold and GJ. If there's any other pairs you guys want me to look at, let me know. This is the part where it gets a little boring because it's patience, right? It's waiting. It's you have to learn to have some self-control, not to jump into a trade just because you want to jump in. I know we're here to take a trade and make some money, right? But we can't force anything. We can't look at this and be like, oh, okay, it's going up, I'm gonna jump in right now. It's not about that. Like, trading is about setting up some parameters, having a plan, setting up some parameters, basically coming up with the theory, testing that theory, and once that theory is holding water, taking your trade methodically. Psycho Demon, thanks, you're welcome, brother. I'm here for it. So if you guys have any questions or anything regarding the charts or how I do certain things, let me know. Just jump in the can you go over how you did your top-down analysis? Sure can. Let me look at a clean chart. I don't want to mess with the one that we already, did. So when I do top-down analysis, top-down means you're looking from a high time frame, breaking down to a lower time frame. Okay, I start on the weekly. I start on the weekly because the weekly is going to give you like a picture of long-term direction of price. By long-term, I mean, for example, you see this right here. If I asked you, just look at this, is price going up or down? You're obviously going to say it's going up. If we start right here and I tell you, this is where you are, this is where you end, did price go up or down? That's not hard to answer, right? Price went up. Price, you can clearly see it's going up, right? So you know that on the weekly high time frame, it's currently going up. That answers your question. We are going up. From right here, look at the date at the bottom. It's November 18th, 2019. Since 2019, we've been going up. So do you see how long this has been? It's been 2019. I mean, November 2019. Like if we go over here since August, this is 2 years. So for the last 2 years, price of gold has just been skyrocketing, right? Like if we would have got in this 2 years ago and said, I'm gonna buy it and I'm just gonna hold it, like this thing has never come back down to here. Like it just skyrocketed, you know? So keep that in mind when you're looking at the weekly. That weekly, we are going up, okay? Daily. You look at the daily, just to get a better picture of what is happening on the daily. On the daily here, like we're looking now at this trend, right? We're looking to see, okay, from August of 2020, we've been on a downtrend. We've been on a downtrend. Okay? But you want to look at the picture closer here. You start seeing here levels of support, where price reaches a low and rejects. So this was back in March. This was back in March. The last time price was there was back in June of 2020. Okay. Last time this price was here was back in March. Okay. Back in March. What happened? Price came here, it pushed up. Price came here, it pushed up. Price didn't even make it back down here. Now it's back down here playing in this area. What happened here? It pushed it up. Remember, the market tends to repeat itself, okay? So we can copy this and say, hypothetically here, if we're looking for the market to repeat itself, this could be a hypothetical pattern, okay? And if I keep in mind that the weekly was bullish, overall, for whatever reason, let's say I have to hold a trade or something, I know long term it's in my favor if I'm buying long term. Okay, and all these things you're just keeping in mind, like, because you want to line up, you want to find your opportunity and make sure it's in your favor. And because I'm a price action trader, I'm looking specifically at the candles, the wicks, the volume of the candle, the previous candles, and I'm reading the story, right? Like I'm making it make sense to me. The more you can tell yourself the story, the better you're gonna be at trading, right? Like I'm looking at this, I look at this candle before, and I see that price is indecisive right here. Like it tried to go down, it tried to go up, and it didn't know where to go, and it closed right here in the same area where it opened. Okay, for me, I know that's a usual sign of price reversal. Okay, like it usually happens like that. Let me see if I can find an example here. Because it's kind of, and it usually happens like when there's been a big move. All these have been consolidating for a while over here. It's already like too far. I can probably just give you an example here. See, push up, doji, push down, reversal. See, push down, doji, reversal. That's what I'm talking about. So, but keep in mind, this is daily, so this is still a high time frame. Like, we're in here, we're trading New York session. We're here for like a 3-hour window. Like, this daily, this would be a swing trade. This would be, I mean, I would wait for this candle to close like 9 hours and 40 minutes. And if this candle closes above here, you know, you could take that buy, you could put your stops below the wick here, and then you could target this price area up here. You know, that's a nice risk to reward. But we're talking about, this is 263 pips stop loss for potentially 177 pips. I mean, it's a big number there. So that's why I come down on the 4-hour, come down closer. We start, top down is all about starting at a high time frame, coming down to a smaller time frame, and you do the same thing. And once I get to the 4-hour time frame, now I'm looking for my zones, areas of support and resistance, right? The way you find those is very simple. Look, you're just looking for where price caps out and changes direction. Capped out is changing direction. It's holding here, right? You can extend this way, and you can see it had the same reaction right here, right? Same thing. And even that, this is gonna go down here, because remember, on the 1-hour, when you refine it, price held support right there. So you don't want to ignore that, you know? And if you move it over here, you have support. This is basically just your validation right here. And I'll show you guys a little trick here. For my newbies, when I first started finding support and resistance, it was like so foreign to me that I had to find a way to make it easy. Okay, so on the 4-hour, if you look at the candlesticks here, if you change the chart from candles to line, this may be probably the easiest way to find your levels of support and resistance. Just box out the tops. Just box out the bottoms. That's all you have to do. The peaks and the valleys. Peaks and the valleys. Like, you can just mark this whole thing up if you want, and then you can come back to the candles, because the candles are going to tell you the story with the volume and the bodies, right? That's the easiest way to do support and resistance. Use the line chart. Okay, now I use the 1-hour to refine those support and resistance. And what I'm looking at is, I'm looking for candles that measure up like this. Okay, you see this candle came down, you see there's a wick, right? And then it closed right here. The next candle opened right here, there was a wick, and then it continued up. So this creates like a nice, like, clean level. Do you see how it's evenly matched? You see how these other candles are not evenly matched? It doesn't have an actual, I hope you see what I'm talking about. Like, it's a nice either floor or ceiling. Think of it like that. Don't pay attention to the wicks here. Pay attention to this, that it's a floor. Okay, the bodies. The wicks are still important. You're gonna consider this. But this is where price closed and opened. And it stayed there, right? This is a nice, because it came down, tested all the way down here, pulled all the way back up, opened for the 1 hour. Okay, now the 30 minute happens to be where I come down to look for a break in range. Okay, a break in range. For example, here could have been right here. Look, boom. This was the range right here. This candle would have broke and closed. Okay, so for example, if we would have been right here, I would have been like, okay, this is my bottom, right? I would have had this alert. I would have been waiting. Oh, boom. We got a candle that broke and it closed. So I would have taken a sell. Boom. I would have put my stops above the previous wick right here. See, just above the wicks. And then I would have targeted the next level down. And to find the next level, you move to the left. Move to the left. So you find, okay, here we are. This is where we broke. This is where we're breaking, right? We're already below this, entering. So we keep moving to the left till we find the next level down. It might be a while, like, depending on how far it's breaking. Look at this. Boom, clean traffic right here. So my target would be right here. Breaking that, my target would be down here. Breaking that, my target would be down here. Okay? So now that I have my target area, I would go for that, right? Boom. So then once I would enter, I mean, this was news, right? But it just melted and it hit it, right? It hit target 1, target 2, and target 3. See the win. That's how you would play that scenario out. Okay? So hopefully that answers how I do my top-down analysis. So you can see, you know, the way I go through my progressions, right? And I'm keeping all that in mind. And I'm super thirsty. Let's look at the chart, see where we're at. Okay, so we got about 5.5 minutes left here. We're currently in pre-New York. We got about 35 minutes before New York Open. And New York Open is when I expect to see some volume, right? And before I forget, let's also look at the news. So at 7:30 a.m. we got USD news, heavy USD news. 9:30 a.m. we got more USD news. 12 o'clock we got USD news. So today could be a day where we see a lot of movement. lot of movement. Guys, if you're just joining the stream, welcome to Lord Banks FX. I am your host, Lord Banks. I live stream Forex 5:30 a.m. Central to 8:30 a.m. Central. Please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you're notified when I go live. If you check out the description, there's a link to my Discord where I'm in throughout the day, sending out trade setups, answering questions, and providing value, all for free. I don't charge you guys because I actually trade and make my money trading. So I don't need to charge you guys. I don't sell signals. I don't have premium VIP signals, Discords, VIP, Snapchat, OnlyFans, fucking, I don't know what else, but I don't have that. And I don't do that because I make my money trading. And I think anyone that actually trades and makes their money trading should be able to stream and give that value, because it doesn't affect me whether or not I give it to you or not. Like, I'm still gonna make my bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's hilarious. I have a lot of people reach out to me and tell me these like crazy stories about the people that they, you know, that they come in and like they start buying these courses. They buy courses and the information is this: baby pips. If you're new and you need the beginner information, go to babypips.com and you can literally start here and start learning from like the very beginning what Forex is, how to trade. You're going to learn the brokers, types of analysis, charts, support and resistance, the candlesticks, Fibonacci, moving average, everything you need. Like all the stuff that those courses are selling you, those people that are flexing their Lambos and stacks of cash, they're getting funded from you guys. You know that, right? Like all these like 100,000 people that are buying a $300 course, like that's where that money is coming from. And then most of these people just will come in here and know like, okay, hey, price right here is gonna melt, right? Price right here is gonna melt. So then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna do a replay, right? And I'm going to get on my Instagram, get on my YouTube and say, hey guys, right here, like this is where I just knew that it was gonna go down, it was gonna sell. So I sold it right here and I took it all the way down here and I just knew that like I was gonna make a huge bag right here. And so I just waited and this thing, it played out. As soon as I saw this, I entered and it just melted, like completely melted. And that was the win. That's how I win. That's fucking stupid, man. Like anyone can do the replay shit. And you know what the newest one is, right? Like these people are getting white label brokers where they're using someone else's broker, but they get think of it as like admin rights, and they slap a new name on the broker, and they can go in there and fake trades where they were taking trades and they've been taking trades and the fluctuation is on the price, like their profits and whatnot. And most of them are creating their own brokers and having you sign up for them, and they control the spreads. So you know they can see the quantity. They don't see on the specific account level of what you're trading, but they can see, okay, let's say 60%, for example, like this one. I go here and I look at it because I say this is what the losers are doing. Why do I say the losers? Because 64% of client accounts are short. A white label broker can see this on their end. They can see everyone is going short, okay, on GJ. So if everyone is going short on GJ, that means they're selling, right? So that means I guarantee you these people that are going short, I don't want to click that. The people that are going short right here, they're going to have their stops above the previous level. That's just what everyone does. It's like a collective conscious thing, like we know here. So if I increase your spread to push up and hit this, I don't have to change the price of where it's going. I just increase the spread, and by doing so, I stop hunt the shit out of everyone here. And I close out their positions. And what does that do? All that liquidity, all that volume, they take that. Like, and if they own their own brokers, they increase the spread for, I don't know, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, close everyone out, and then let price keep going where it's going. They manipulate you guys. And you know, it sucks, but that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here to change the game. I'm here to fuck this shit up. I'm here to change the whole industry. And I got a lot of people fucking hating on me already. But it's all good, man. Like, make your fucking money the right way if you can. And if you can't, get out the game. If you can't trade, get out the game. They're just really good marketers at selling you courses and groups and signals that don't even, I don't respect that. So that's my 2 cents, and I'm not going to keep harping on it. I'm just letting you know. There's tons of people out here that'll give you free value. So y'all make y'all's choices. Anyways, I like to look at the news because not because I'm a news trader or anything like that. Like, I'm a price action trader and I trade what I see. But at the same time, this little speck in time of the chart, this thing right here could completely ruin your trade. And I know this, like, guys, I'll tell you this, my lessons, the rules that I have are because I learned them by losing money. Like, that's why I have my rules. I don't want to trade in the news. I'm not going to trade in the news, especially red folders, orange folders. That's what I look at, and it's to my pair, right? Like, for example, this NZD, I don't give a damn. I don't trade NZD, so I don't care about that. But USD, I trade gold and GJ. This is the base pair for that. I'm not dealing with that. Okay. Recommended broker, I have a link in the description for the recommended broker that I use. That's the broker that I've been using for quite some time. I mean, I've been in this game for a while. I've used different brokers. I try different brokers every now and then just to check out spreads and check out how they work with the charts. But the broker I have in my description, this broker I've been using probably since 2018, 2017, around there, 2017, 2018. And I'll tell you why I use it. I use them because I've never had an issue with the withdrawal. If I ever had anything that I need to reach out to customer support for, I got an answer back within a day or two max. Okay. And it's just easy to use, like, back end for me. So, like, for me, it's just, it works. It has the closest price to this chart. This chart right here is, I think it's a Wanda, the price or whatever, because this price, like I said, like, for example, whenever you pull up a chart here, GBP, JPY, you see these are the brokers, the exchanges, FXCM, Oanda, Forex.com, IDC. They're all GBP, JPY, but these are different brokers to select. Okay, I used the Oanda one because this Oanda one is the one that is the closest to the prices of my broker, right? So I go off of this. This is the one I like to use for when I'm marking up and when I'm trying to, match up my charts here. But anyways, if you guys want to use the broker that I use, the link is in the description. Also in my Discord, it's in my Discord under the resources. I give out everything that I have. Like, I don't have, I try to be as transparent as possible. Like, I don't have anything I need to, like, I do this, I do this professionally. I do this like full time. Like, this literally is my primary source of income, and I have multiple different business ventures. This didn't start out as my primary source of income. Like, I already had different business ventures that I was making my money with, but this eclipsed all of that. Like, it didn't start out like that. It started out slowly, but it ended up being that. And when I say started off slowly, I don't count the fact, because when I started, like, I started with some money in there and I accidentally made money. I say accidentally because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And because you have literally a 50-50 chance of making money here. You're either buying or you're selling, and the price is going to go one way or the other. So I accidentally made a big chunk of change by just guessing or thinking I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know. And by doing so, you know, what happened there is like I got cocky and was thinking, yeah, I got this, like I'm good at this. I didn't have to, you know, like work that hard or learn much, and I'm good at it already. And I mean, the market will humble you real quick, because just as quick as I made that money, I lost it. I lost it because I didn't know risk management. I didn't know how to set up a trading plan. I didn't know, you know, discipline. I wasn't consistent, like all of that. And I say a big chunk of money, but compared to where I'm at now, it wasn't a big chunk of money. But to me, in that moment, that time, it was like how quickly I made it. It was a big amount of money. But I don't consider that as like my beginning, because then I really started, and I stopped focusing on how much can I make in a day to like how accurate can I be with what I think, like with what my setup is, right? Like, and then that mindset got me to focus on, okay, you're looking at where price would go, and I found myself being biased. So now, like, eventually you switch to understanding that you don't control the market, no one controls the market, and no one predicts the market. The market does what the market wants to do, okay? All we can do is sit here and, oh, look at this. I'm moving this thing up. Y'all see this level of support to here on GJ? It was on the 531. It's officially 638. Created this level of support. Now we have this range right here. Range to right here. Boom. Target. Target. And target. This is a beautiful range right here. About 15 pips there, 18, 24. Anyways, so we come down to where I'm at now, where I don't pick a side. I mark up to account for both sides, but I also keep in mind my higher time frames to know that, okay, the potential of long-term movement, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm just coming in here to get 15, 20 pips. 15, 20 pips, guys. Okay? And some people don't understand the power of that. But you come in every day, get 15, 20 pips. The compounding power of that is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay? So you wanna keep that in mind. Like, and if I showed you, for example, and I've done this multiple times on different videos, different lives and stuff. We're going, let's say 20 pips to keep it an even number. Okay. When you're starting out, you're probably using 0.1 lot size. Okay, 0.01, which equates to 10 cents per pip, which if we're going for 20 pips, that equals, was that $2? Yeah. Okay, that is $2. So obviously, if you are using a 0.01 lot size and hold on a second. Something here. I just missed this here. No, it's 7 pips. Okay. Oh, we're good. Okay. So back to this. This is where you start, right? Where we come in and we get 15, 20 pips, you're gonna get about $1.50 to $2. Now, obviously $1.50 to $2 in a day, you can't quit your day job. right? But let's keep growing, right? Let's keep growing, keep showing up. You keep showing up, and then all of a sudden you're at the 0.02. 0.02 now gets you 20 cents per pip. Okay, and those 20 pips are now $4. Okay, let's work up to 0.05. Now we're looking at 50 cents per pip. Okay, at 20 pips, now you're looking at $10 days. Okay, you get to the 0.1, and now you're looking at $1 per pip. Okay, now that's $20. Okay, you get to the 0.5. Now that's $5 per pip. Those 20 pips now become $100. Oh no, sorry. Wait, is that right? Yeah, $100. $100, right? Now you get a full standard lot size. That is $10 per pip. Okay. Now you're looking at, what is this? $200, right? 20 times 10. $200. 5 lots, you're looking at $50 per pip, and that is now Man, my math is horrible today. $1,000. So now you're having $1,000 days. Okay. My standard, my normal risk, and remember this is based on your account size and based on your risk. My normal risk is gonna be 50 lots, which is $500 per pip. Okay. So when I'm making 20 pips, those are my days. When I'm taking normal risk parameters, sometimes I take half my risk, sometimes I take less, but you can see the picture, right? You can see the growth here. You got to start at the $2 days to get to the $4 days, to get to the $10 days, to get to $20 days, to get to $100 days. And the way you stay focused with this is break it down even further, guys. Look at this. I just want to keep an eye on price here. Okay, so if you work a job, let's say that gets you $10 an hour, okay, and you work 8 hours in a day, times 8 hour workday, you're making $80, okay, and that's before taxes, okay. That's not what all you make. If you make $20 an hour times 8 hour workday, you're getting $160 a day. Okay, let's say you make $40 an hour times your 8 hour workday. Now you're making $320 a day. Okay, these are the most normal jobs, probably between 10 and 20. So between $80 and $160 a day before taxes. Okay. Now, if you have oh, what did I put this? Oh fuck. Damn, what did I just do? I'm gonna put this here. So this is the average. Now, if you have a decent job, career, whatnot, you're a little bit higher. You're looking at 300, right? Think about this. To make average, you're looking at 0.5 and 1.0. That would get you what a normal average paying job between that, right? It would be more than that. It would eclipse that. Okay, but the thing is that people lose focus and are on here wanting to make $10,000, $1 million in that trade. They're looking for a fucking Hail Mary. This isn't a Hail Mary, man. You gotta come in just like you go to your job every fucking day and you're okay with your $80 you're gonna pull out that day. And you just think about it. You go to a job and you work 8 hours minimum, if not more, and you're okay just taking $80 less because the taxes. Even if it's a decent job, $160. But yet you come into the market for fucking 2 hours and you're at $100, $200 and you don't want to take profit. That is that's somebody's work day. Like you gotta be okay with it. You can't let greed overcome you. You can't let greed say, no, you can make 1,000 today, you can make 10,000 a day. Dude, just come in, take what you can take and get out. And if you're at the $4 level, you're at the $4 level. If you're at the $10 level, you're there. You're 20, 100, 200. The only way you keep getting to the next level is if you stay consistent with the rules to let you keep going to the next level. As soon as you start breaking the rules, you go back down one level. You stay consistent, you keep going up. Because the risk will mirror your account size. Your account size will mirror your discipline. That's it. Okay? So keep that in mind. I don't know, like you guys that are on here, you know, I don't know your lives. I don't know what jobs you have. I don't know how much money you make, but I'll tell you this. This is the average. This is the norm. Now, if you're making, you know, $1,000 a day or some shit in your whatever it is you do, well, hopefully you still do that too, and hopefully you're successful in that and you like it. Or if you want a career change and you're looking to do this, like, it's different. That's cool. But I'm just letting you know the average, this is what you're looking at, and this is the scale up factor. And if you're making $200 a day, $200 a day with the lot size and taking 20 pips here, you need to be able to be okay with taking your profit, and you need to be humble and not be greedy. Take your $100, take your $200, because before this, that used to take you 8 hours to do, and now you're doing it in a matter of 3 hours or less. You know, you spend a couple of hours, you're not busting your ass, you're not, you know, around people you don't fucking like, you don't have a boss telling you what to do, you don't have none of that. You have all the freedom, but at the same time, with the freedom comes the fact that you have to also implement your own discipline, your own system, your own structure. Because if you don't get up to look at the charts, to set it up, to trade, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And the only way you get here is by being consistent and continuously working on the skill set. You got to work on this skill so you can keep getting good, so you can keep getting better. Don't focus on the money. Uh-oh, look, we got gold pushing up here. Got about 8.5 minutes left. If we get a candle closure to the top here, we may take a buy. So let's see. Target would be here, 20 something pips, 41, 68, 80, and potentially about 100 pips. So we got about 8 minutes. Remember, we're waiting for candle closure. Let me just look at the 15-minute. Okay, so the 15-minute did close above, and it's currently around that entry right there. And you know what? It's 6:52. We got 8 minutes to New York Open. I think I'm gonna take this trade. I think I'm going to take this trade. I'm gonna take this trade. What is that? A 20 pip risk? Right now it's about a 16 pip risk. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in, and I'll tell you guys why right now. Let me just go ahead and jump in. If you want to jump in with me, go ahead. I am taking a buy on gold. Okay. So whenever, and let me mark right here, show you guys what price I got in at. 17.3839. Okay, so 15 pips gonna be there. So right here, close 80%, just stop loss, break even. Okay, so we're down like 6 pips right now. The reason I took it here is because the 15-minute did close, did break above, and the candle was closing basically above all these candles here, which gave me the confidence. And then on the 30-minute with gold, a lot of times we see that this happens. We have a push up, one bearish candle before a continuation of that directional move. So I'm gonna take that and run with it. So we're currently in this trade right now. I don't even work. I'm a bus driver, 400 pounds a week, take home. See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. You know, you come in and you do less and make more, and you're like, if you were up 400 pounds or 400 euros, it's not pounds, it's euros, right? 400 euros in less than three hours. You have to have reason within yourself to say, you know what, I'm going to take this profit. Because why would you not take that profit? That's your whole week's worth of work in one sitting, in one day. Like, yo, if this candle closes below this area back in this trade, then I'm going to consider either closing out my position or minimizing my risk to half my risk. I don't even work. I mean, if that's by choice, well, you know, that's good, I guess. But, you know, if you're looking for work, I mean, this is something you can definitely do. Obviously, with trading, like, you have to start with some kind of capital, right? You know, I've had people start. I've done challenges for in my Discord And I've done like some that I sent out. It's like $10 challenges to $1,000. You know, like where I take a $10 account and I take it to 1,000, and you know, from there you're scaling. Like that challenge though is very difficult because like you're not going to use proper risk management. You just have to be a really good damn trader. Like, and take like scalps, take small wins, and you just keep building it up. So it takes some time, but you know, if you have the means, I would definitely start with some capital. You know, I had one of my like one of my followers that like I've known her for a long time, and she started trading complete beginner. She didn't know how to trade. She completely just jumped into the game and brand new, and she was following me and doing my lives and stuff. She took a $500 account, and you know, she's pushing, like she's having $1,000 days now. Like she's even teaching her daughter, her 11-year-old daughter, how to trade, you know. Like I think that's fucking amazing. And it just really proves to my point, like if you're consistent. And this girl, like she, like you guys, like she started out here watching my lives, like asking me questions, like reaching out, like, and just really becoming a student of the game, you know. And by doing so, like she has $1,000 days, and her job, like she makes $600 a week, and now she's having $1,000 days. You know what I'm saying? So she's making almost twice as much in a day. It's ridiculous, guys. Like, and if you're not going to be okay with that, like at the $1,000 to take your profit and like you're gonna, oh, this is, I made $1,000, I'm gonna take this $1,000, you know. Most people get greedy, they stay in there, they lose 1,000, they don't even make anything, and they lose profit, they lose some of their capital. So you gotta keep that in mind, and make sure you're aware of that whenever you're trading, you know. But anyways, we're down to like 6 pips right here, currently in drawdown. We jumped into this thing because the way we saw the 15-minute candle breaking here, the way we saw the 30-minute continuation here, and the clean traffic we have on the left. So I do expect that we start to come try to fill up this area over here, and that's gonna give us the opportunity to come reach for this 15 pips. And right here, we're only risking about 18 pips. Only risking about 18 pips there. And like I said, I'm just looking for 15, 20 pips. That first green line is 15 pips. And then 20 pips would be right around here. See, there's the alert. So we would have been getting in right here on the 30-minute, which probably would have given us a better price, entry price. But at the same time, you know, I'm okay with that because it could have just kept running up, especially gold. Gold moves a certain way. You have to be familiar with the way gold moves to trade gold. My stop loss is below the previous wick, bro. Below the wicks. I don't use, like, the price that it's marking up here is 1736.537. But remember, you got to account for your spread and your broker variance on the price. So just keep that in mind. And like what I do is I put, like, I have a stop here that I'm looking at, right? But I don't have that stop marked up on my trading account, like my platform. Like I'm showing it here. I'm looking at it here. As it comes here, then, you know, I'll close out and stuff. So there's a variance there. So we're coming into profit now. We're about to pip profit here. So we're in a couple pips profit here. We're in a couple pips profit. Remember, we're going for 15 pips, closing 80%, adjusting our stop loss to break even. And what I mean by that is at this point, we're going to close a majority of our position. Then we're going to move our risk from risking 18 pips to no longer risking anything. So then there's no chance of us losing and only a chance of us potentially gaining more, as long as it keeps moving up, right? So we're just going to keep riding this thing up. It's 7:02 here, and that was in the 30-minute. Yes, the 30-minute chart. So currently a couple pips in profit. All right, about 3-4 pips here in profit. Let's go, baby. Push. 6 pips in profit, 7 pips in profit. Come on, we're halfway there. Halfway there, baby. Let's go. Halfway there, baby. Let's go. Halfway there. Let's go. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Come on now. Come on now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 8 pips in profit. 9 pips in profit. Ooh, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. This is the exciting part, guys. We went through the boring part, and that's I spent that whole time talking, but now this is the exciting part. We're about 8 pips profit. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Keep pumping. Keep pumping. It's 7 a.m. New York open. We got that volume flowing in. It's Wednesday, August 11th, 2021. We're currently on a win streak, and let's keep it that way. Come on, baby. Push. 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 Push, baby, push. 10 pips profit. Come on, baby. Give me 5 more. Give me 5 more. We close 80%, adjust our stop loss to break even. Let's go, baby. Push, push, push. Here we go. 2 more pips, baby. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on now. Don't do that to me. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're right there. You're right there. You're right there. Ah. Come on. Just a little more. A little more. Woo, woo. Look at it, look at it go, look at it go. Okay, boom. We're closing 80%. We're adjusting our stop loss to break even. We're no longer risking anymore on this. We secured our bag. We're gonna leave a 20% runner just in case it keeps running up. And that's how we take another win. Another win, baby. We're winners today. Hopefully you guys took that with me. Hopefully you guys were able to take that win with me. And you secured your bag. Make sure you're adjusting your stop loss to break even. And when I mean break even, you know, I'm talking about your entry price, like add like 2 pips to that. And it's still running, baby. The runner is running, hitting our first target level, passing our first target level, continuing up. Woo, she's running up, baby. She's running up. Man, killing it. Killing the game. Killing the game. Love it. I love it. I love it. How many of you guys jumped in with me? How many of you guys secured the bag already? Woo! Who gets you paid, baby? Who gets you paid? We're on a winning streak. We've been winning all August, all week long. Yo, if you took that trade with me, if you made any profits, if you gained any value, do me a favor, hit the like button. Hit the like button. This helps me get some more exposure, help other people around here, and you know, continue to be able to, you know, provide this value for free and provide awareness and fuck this game up. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yo, if you're new here, welcome to Lord Banks FX. My name is Lord Banks. I am your host, and I live trade Forex Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. East Central to 8:30 a.m. Central. We just took a win on gold. We took a 15 pip. We took 15 pips here, closed 80%. adjusted our stop loss to break even, and we have a 20% runner currently in profit. There's no risk here. We're letting the runner run, letting it do its thing. We have tons of people that grabbed that bag, made things happen. Let's get it. Let's get it. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for joining us, keeping me company, keeping things interesting. Otherwise, it's a little boring, you know. I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Woo! Hopefully the Discord got this. Bag secured, baby. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I live for this shit, man. If you're watching this after the fact, there's a lot of value in here. There's a lot of education, you know, so don't feel bad if you missed out on this live trade. You know, just keep in mind what you should be doing is hitting the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're notified when I go live again tomorrow and fuck it up again, because we're going to get another bag. But for right now, I'm going to log off because I got a meeting in 12 minutes that I got to get ready for. I already secured my bag. My stop loss is at break even. I have a runner. If it hits the stop loss, I'm breaking even. I don't care. I already secured my bag. Other than that, guys, I love you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for coming in, keeping me company, keeping me on my toes. And other than that, I'm out. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another one. We're on a winning streak, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.